Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Lightfoot Effects. In today's episode, we're going to be doing another exploration into amp modeling. And this is a pedal that you guys have been requesting I do for quite some time, and I'm really glad to finally get my hands on one, and that is the ACS1. I know there's a lot of you that still use these out in the world. I know it's a little older now, but I do see it is commonly used. And the cool thing about this pedal is an amp modeler. And it runs a Vox AC30, Fender, and then it runs a Marshall Blues Breaker. Today I'm gonna integrate this with my pedal board and just see what kind of tones I can come up with, and I will show you guys how I go about setting those up when I play this pedal live. I've tried it a few times just for fun. Overall, it's got some pretty good sounds in such a small package. I have updated this to firmware 2.0. I did release a video a while ago, which I can link here, where I compared a bunch of different amp modelers, and this was part of them, and I did not have it on the firmware 2.0. That's another reason I'm doing this video, is I want to redeem this pedal since I did not get to fully do it with 2.0. So they've added new, I think they redid their IRs, and I think they changed a lot with the amps and how they react to make it as realistic as possible. That said, let's get into it. So you'll see here I have my ACS1 hooked up onto my pedal board. I do have the Tone X's here, but I actually have them bypassed, and so I just laid it on top of the pedal board. When I'm dialing in these types of pedals, I like to leave my compressor on, and I like to have it in my chain already, so it can be as close to what it was that I dialed in at home for when I play live. The guitar that I'm using today is this American Vintage 2 Jazzmaster that I just picked up a little while ago. This is the new line that Fender has out right now for their Jazzmasters. I just love a matching headstock, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy this, and I kept fighting it, and then I caved, and I was like, I really want a Jazzmaster. I used to have a Jazzmaster and I miss it. I love the vibe of this red. This is like, it's called Dakota Red. And it's got the nitro finish on it, so hopefully it'll wear over time and start to relic if I keep it for a long time, that is, and play it hard. I just love the binding. It's just a cool guitar. I did do some modifications. What you're hearing today is these are the Lambertones Ristrettos, which are a P90, just a really cleanish P90. Maybe they have a little less mids, is my guess. I went ahead and put a stay trem in my bridge, and then I upgraded the whammy, or the what do you ever call this, the bar here, to be a stay trem also. Vibrato, the vibrato arm. I made the vibrato arm a stay trem as well. So it just keeps it from ever getting loose. It was a super easy mod. It just keeps the bar stiff. So yeah, once again, that's the stay trem. Got the stay trem bridge just to give it a little more sustain, but still keep that like Jazzmaster overtones. And then I got the stay trem holder here. Right now I am just going to use all the stock IRs. Everything is stock, and at the end of this video I will actually compare it to the Tone Factor IRs that I purchased that I usually will use on my other amps. For most people who have this, I want to do stock since everyone's going to have stock to begin with, and the IRs that it comes with out of the box are very high quality in my opinion. So we are running in true stereo. If you are playing in mono, you would just leave one input and then one output just in the mono sides. It'll tell you mono or mono. This pedal has 3 presets. You can click through these and it will change through them. We'll go on the red side today. And how I would normally dial this in is I will go onto one side, since there's 2, and then I would turn it down. So right out of the gate, I should only hear 1 amp coming through instead of 2. I don't even know what amp that is, but right now you'll hear it through one side. Since I'm doing true stereo, you'll hear it through one speaker. I turned down the right side already, so now we're gonna go to the left side. And this is the side that we are going to edit. And right away you can hear how it sounds pretty driven. I'm gonna bring the gain down. I'm going to make sure once again that it's the Fullerton, so I'm going to just switch off this and switch back. And then these are the cabs. I went ahead and already hooked my ACS1 up to my computer, so I was able to tell which cab I have set to what. It might be different for every single one of you. So A is my deluxe reverb cab, so I just wanted to click off and click back on to make sure I'm there. So now we are on the deluxe reverb setting. I'm also going to turn off my delay. I had that left on. All right, I have everything on the pedal board off right now except for my Cali 76. I always like to leave my compressor on when I'm dialing in tones. So far, that sounds pretty good. What I'm going to do is turn the room all the way down. The room on this pedal is to emulate the amp in the room sound. Normally that's a cool effect if that's what you're going for. I just like to have that out because I'm going to have reverb already through a reverb pedal. I have the volume set in a place where it's touching -9 on my sound. That's just a good reference for me. So yeah, I'm going to make some adjustments. Let's try the bass. I just wanted to get the bass where I can hear it changing. And then same with the mids. It's right about there. And then the treble. So that treble's a little too high for me. I'm actually going to bring it down. I want to get it pretty equal. That sounds pretty dang good. I just need more gain now. Now what I'm going to do is kick on an overdrive. I'm going to kick on my King of Tone, my lowest gain, my yellow side. See how that sounds. And then I'm going to jump up to my highest gain, my kilt, because I want to see just how it takes low gain, how it takes high gain. It's still a little too clean, so I'm going to bring the gain up even more. I want it to be in a point where I can play light and then have it drive more when I play heavier, which is kind of there, but because of how my gain staging is set up, I want it to be a little more. This might be the ticket, so we'll try it again with my lowest gain King of Tone. And then I'm going to do my highest gain, which is my kilt. I want to see how it responds to my boost. So that is just getting hammered, I think. That might be close to where I want it. I was just wanting to check my neck pickup and make sure it's clean. But then I want the bridge to kind of drive a little. I'm also going to bring the highs down a tad because they're starting to pierce. They're piercing my ears a little bit. I'm trying to get this like pushed mid sound because the mids are what poke out the most when you play live. Also, when they bring me up in the house, the highs are going to come out a lot more than they are here. So I'm trying to just cut them a little lower. All right, that sounds really good. I'm happy with that as my Fender sound. And that's all on just one channel. We're gonna go to the other channel now since we're running true stereo. I'm gonna go ahead and save these by holding it down. That is now saved to my red preset, so I can call it up at any time. Also, just to remember, if this is a part of the video that you're enjoying, please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. So yeah, we're gonna go on to the AC30 now. So we've saved it. The left side is all set up. I'm actually gonna turn all the way down because I just wanna hear the right side now. So I turned it all the way down. I'm gonna flick this to the right, and I'm gonna turn the right up because we had it down. So, and just before I even play, I'm gonna switch it to the dart forward because that's the AC30, and that's what I want. And then my AC30 cab is on C, and this is all just stock. So that's the blue cab that it comes with. And I'm just gonna play real quick and see how this sounds. sounds kind of funky. Well, it's probably because of wherever it's set currently. I'm gonna make sure the room is turned all the way down. To do that, I turn it up a little bit and turn it all the way down. It's to override any presets. I'm gonna leave the volume and gain about where they are. But now let's adjust, let's start with the bass. You can hear the bass come in right about there where it's at. I might bring it down just a tad now, right under that. And I'm gonna check the mids. Right here is where the mid frequency is really starting to poke out. I can hear it when you turn the knob. And then I'm gonna bring up the highs a little more. I think it's a little muffled. Right there is too harsh. I'm gonna bring it down again a little bit. Now all I need to do is change the gain. It's a little too clean for me. And there might be a little too much low end coming out, almost to a point where it's starting to sound unnatural. I'm gonna bring it back a bit on the low end. All right, now I'm gonna do the drive test. I'm gonna start with the yellow, which is my lowest side of the King of Tone. And then I'm gonna jump up to the high gain, which is my kilt on the red. And then I'm gonna try the boost. It might be where I want it. I'm gonna bring both amps together now, and that'll give me an idea. I just want to hear how they sound. It might be right there. So to be safe, I'm actually gonna save it again real quick. So it is now saved. So both amps are saved. So I just need to bring the other one up again. So I need to flip this back over to the left side, and I need to wiggle this to bring the amp back up. I'm gonna bring it up just a tad. I need to make them level now. I'm looking at my EQ behind me, making sure both of them are hitting the same meter. This sounds really good. I mean, I'm really impressed with this pedal. So now they're both hitting around -9. That's my standard. That's just where I set all my patches across all of my devices. So the places I play frequently, my EQ, my level is always the same. So my in-ears are always, you know, pre-adjusted. Going out of tune a little bit. I'll be right back. Guys, I have 9s on here. I'm probably gonna upgrade these strings to 10s. I've been trying out 9s because of this Rhett Scholl video where he talked about 9s sounding a lot clearer and better than like 10s and 11s, but I just can't get used to it because I pluck way too hard, so it puts my guitars out of tune. That's what I'm finding. So I might have to go back to 10s. Anyways, that was a side rant. That sounds so good. I wasn't expecting that with the stock cabs. I'm gonna save it. So let's try it with the pedal board. Here's my board a little bit. I'm gonna turn on my delay and like some short reverb, and we'll play around. Now that's just my clean tone, and it can seem a little, maybe it sounds like it's too much, but the reason I call it my clean tone is when I play light, it's actually not distorted at all. I'm just gonna play lighter. And then if I'm on my neck pickup, it's exactly how I want it for a clean sound. And then my middle position. then if I just strum hard, I have none of my drives on. That's just the natural tubes of the ACS1. That's about right where I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna try some atmospheric stuff I normally play. I'm gonna start with maybe like a lead line on the kilt, and then I might switch it to the red side in a minute. I'm curious what you guys will think. It sounds pretty dang good for having 2 amps in one pedal. Let's see how it does for like rhythm-y stuff. And for those of you who just want to hear it dry, I will turn off the compressor even. Here is just the amps. With some drive, of course. Those are just my gain stages, but just the amp right now. All right, that's a pretty cool pedal. I mean, there's a few other things it does. This is kind of a review too. You can dial in a boost. So you can kick this on, and then it just has a built-in boost. Wow, that's big. You can change this. The minute you turn on that boost, you can adjust the volume to how much of the boost you want, and you can mix in the gain for how much of the boost you want. So you can make it super gained up. And then when I turn the boost off, it goes back to stock. Now my tone feels weak after hearing the boost. I feel like I just need to redial it in, have more gain. But no, I need to fight the urge, because I need to have clean tone too. I'm trying to sit in the middle. But you could throw that in. Wow, that is hot. This also has a Marshall amp built into there. I'm not really a Marshall guy, and I won't even go into that one just because I don't know a lot about Marshall. So one other thing I did is I also loaded the David Hislop Tone Factor IRs, just the equivalent of what's in there. It's like I just loaded in like the 545 mics, and I have a greenback AC30, and then I have the ProSonic IR. So I'm gonna load that up real quick. I actually saved that in another preset earlier, and that is on the blue preset. Also, yeah, so as you can see, if I tap these two buttons, it cycles through three presets that I can have. So I could have technically like 3 different guitars set up in there. And if you have MIDI, it's a lot more. I think you can do like 100 and something with the MIDI. So now I've loaded up the David Hislop IRs that I bought. I'm going to turn my compressor back on because I forgot I had that off the whole time while I was just messing around. We're going to see how they sound. Interesting. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like them both. I may even like the stock ones better. They have a little more airiness to them. This one's a little more tame, and I might have done that. I might have brought the treble down when I set these up. These may as well. I think these were brighter, just as bright, but I feel like this is a darker patch. So let's try it with, you know, some delay and some verb and some drive, stage 1. Try with the red. The kilt. Then we'll just hear some clean neck pickup-y sound. I'm shocked. Let's just, for fun, I'm just going to jump back to the other preset, which was the red one, and then we will conclude this video. Okay, after playing that for a quick second, I think I do like the last patch better now. It feels better. If the sound isn't coming across, I will tell you the feel of the last one just felt better under my fingers. It just was punchier. I don't know, maybe it's the sound, but yeah, that was great. I'm gonna jump to it again. Geez, yeah, I think I do like that one better. The Hislop IRs that I bought. So yeah, I bought like like I said, the 545 mic'd greenback and ProSonic, and I think I did the position 3, if there were positions, I can't remember. And just I followed the same process that I showed you guys on how I set up the sound. I just did that same process by ear. Just, I want, you know, where the bass, the mids, and the treble, try and get them all equal. I try and cut the highs a little bit. Another thing this pedal can do is it has a low pass filter and a high pass filter. If you hold the bypass button down and turn down the treble, that changes the high pass filter. If you hold down the bypass and you change the bass, that changes the low pass. I might have those reversed. I can't remember which one is which, but that's how you do that. So yeah, this is mainly to check out firmware version 2.0 because I never gave it a chance before. I love it. It's the best the ACS1 has ever sounded, in my opinion. A lot of people say that these don't have enough gain, but that was all the gain I needed. Like, I don't ever need to go past like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Like, it has a lot, and you can go further. So I don't know what people are talking about. That was a lot of gain to me. Unless you're a metal guy, maybe that's not enough gain. But yeah, it sounded great. I dig it. Will it replace my Tone X's? Some of you are probably asking. Probably not. I do think I prefer the Tone X just a tad, but this comes very, very close, and it's in a very small package. I wouldn't be sad if I had to like build a board with just that as my amp. Like, I'd be totally fine. I'd be like, cool. Like, if I had to, and I would make it work. It works great. It would be great for a mini board. If I build another pedal board that's like a mini one, I'm definitely putting that on there. I think I like it better than the Iridium, if that's a question you guys have. I think this is a better buy than the Iridium because you get 2 amps. And just from what I was able to dial in here, I haven't played the Iridium in a while. It's probably been a year, so I got to give it a fair chance. It might sound just as good also. Just going off of memory, I think I like this ACS1 better. But like I said, not quite on the Tone X level, but I will say the Tone X is capturing where this is modeling. So there are 2 different types of ways of going about it. So as far as at a pedal that does modeling, this one's extremely good. I might have to compare it to the Ruby and Dream again because it might be close. I haven't played the Ruby and the Dream in a while, so that would be interesting. Maybe we'll do that. Hope to have more videos out soon though. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.